What's going on, guys and girls? Bob here, Rob here, and in all kind of ways. Take these off right now. This is a how-to and type video for NPNG plus. Um, Pretty simple games, not a very difficult game at all, and I think probably 50% of it is getting yourself a score sheet that you can keep up with. Okay. Score sheet for me, this is a one. I've got up to 13 innings. You can see I went 11 innings there in this game. And it's a front and a back for that. Cards, pretty self-explanatory. They are not difficult to keep up with. You kind of know your pitchers from your hitters. If you see right there under Severino, Pedro Severino, you notice there's a blank space right there. They're hitters. They're hitters. Okay. Now, you'll also see that some of your hitters have pitcher qualities. The reason for that is if they came in under mop-up time, Mark Reynolds, all right, he had 13 home runs last year. He's a big-time home run hitter. He came in mop-up duty. If you notice, he's a pitcher right there, but he's also a first baseman, second baseman, third baseman, center fielder, and there's his pitching quality. So, well, actually, it's P runner. I'm sorry, that's a P runner, right? There's P, but right there's pitcher, and that gives you his pitcher traits. And he's only good for one batter. You say he's only good for one batter, and they make him out 65. That's kind of an unfair deal to do, but that's what happens. But all the rest of this is batter card. Let's say, for instance, let's say you roll 22. If you notice right there at 22, there's an H. If there's an H, then you roll a second time. Automatic hit, and you go on the second column. It could be a 6. Does he have any ones? I don't think he has any ones. He doesn't on the second column. Okay. Could be an 8, but you don't have to worry about error chart or anything like that on for the second roll. You just play it straight out. Now, let's go to a pretty good pitcher here. All right. What tells you he's a pretty good pitcher is this. All right. His name is Max Scherzer. Look right there. Against righties, 11 up to 54. If it's a hit or a questionable hit, 11 to 54, Scherzer gets it. 55 to 66, the hitter gets it. Against lefties, he's not quite as good. 11 to 45, you're out. 46 to 66, it'd be a hit if it's a question. Also tells you he's pretty good. Look at the K. You'll see there's a K9 right there and a K7. Anytime it's real high K numbers, it's a good chance you're getting more strikeouts. Another good thing for him is if you look up at the start number up there, start ratio number, 27. He's good for 27 batters. So all these numbers, these two numbers, will stay the same through the first 3 times through the lineup. After the ninth batter hits the third time around, then each one of these two, that 54 turned to a 53, that 45 will turn to a 44, so on and so forth. Wild pitch right there. He's 1 on a wild pitch. That's not too bad. Hit hit by pitch or balks, 1. So not the worst in the world. He is not able to relieve. Okay, he's not a relief pitcher at all, and then that's his hit qualities right there. Uh, he does make a few errors. If you notice right there, 22, 11 to 22. If there's a question about whether the pitcher made an error, 11 to 22, it's an error. 23 to 66, it's no errors. Then his assist rating is a 1. So that's the worst you can get there. It's R1. And that's pretty much what you got there. He's a right handed pitcher and batter. Right handed bat, right handed throw. 6'3", 215. So that's what you have there. If you decide to go the route of getting NPNG plus, you can pick whichever season you want to. I advise you look it over real well, and before you get something printed off or something, think it over a big time because there is a lot of stuff to print. Next thing, strongly advise getting all of your directions. Okay, it's a lot of pages, but personally, what I did is just got it on regular paper stock. I got that on paper stock. Okay, paper stock. All right, now some charts, conversion charts. If you're going to play a season and you don't want to play all 30 teams, which would be very, very difficult, it'd be roughly 1,800 games. Oh, no, it'd be more than that. It'd be a lot. It'd be a whole bunch. It'd be closer to 3,000 games. I don't know. I can't figure that much out. 15 games a day, 15 times 162. What's that? 2,000 games, I guess, something like that. Maybe a little more. Uh, yeah, it'd be close to 2,500, I guess. This right here is a conversion chart that tells you the win percentage or whatever. If you roll 20, you can 11 to 26. Your chances are 33%. Okay. 11 to 11 to 61, you got an 86% chance of getting it in there. See, so that's your percentage chart. I don't think it's bad to keep one of those on hand. This I didn't get printed out. I wish I would have. Ballpark rate, park factors, PF 1 through 5, and that's all the current parks. Yeah. So I have that. I'm going to actually get that actually printed out very, very soon. You have injuries also. Each player, let's go back to Mark Reynolds. If you look down at the bottom, you notice injury right there. Injury of 3. All right. There's a chance that you can get hurt during the year. If you do, what happens is this. You'll notice up top, it ranks anywhere from injury 1 to 5. 5's the worst. 5, you can be out the season. No, you can't. You can't be out the season, but you can be out 38 games. Yeah. There's no season-long injury. There really should be. There really should be. They should make one. But anyway, let's say Mark Reynolds rolled a 42. Let's say he rolled a 42 with injury 3. 42 would be 13 games. Let's see if I can find 42 on that's hard as hell. 42. 42. 13 games somewhere over there. I don't think that's it, but somewhere along there. Yeah, yeah. Because some of them are just called injury 0 through 5. I thought it was 1 through 5. Now, you also have your regular charts. Regular charts, you want to have that on some real tough paper. And that goes obviously 1 to 45. Each card, like this, is 1 to 45. So, where did I put? What's the next card at? There it is. There's Mark Reynolds' card. I'll put that back. But you'll notice anywhere you see that he can hit, there's no number over 45. Okay? No number over 45. I don't think he has anything over 44 on his card. I don't think. He has no 45 on his card. But they offer it 1 to 45. And then base is empty. Obviously, you can see if you get a 1, that's a home run. Base is empty. But just because it's a 1 on there doesn't mean, 5, bases, runners on first and second, 1 and 2, both are home runs. Okay. Yeah. So, just depends. And that's just half the chart. It just goes down to 21 and then 22 to 45 takes on that. So you need to definitely get some good cardboard stock for all of your charts as far as bases empty all the way to bases full. Next thing you've got going on is bunting. Bunting, there's an injury chart too. There's another one of the injury charts, 0 through 5. And it goes with that. And that goes together. All right. Sacrifice bunting, hit and run, all that type of stuff. Each player also has that on their card. Say bunt, 1. Hit and run, 1. That's bunt and bunt for hit. That's what that is. Bunt, sacrifice bunt's 1. Bunt for hit, 0. So, being that he is a P runner, plotter, or whatever you want to call him, he's a slow runner. What's up, Alan? Then, obviously, you don't want to be bunting for Mark Reynolds to get a hit. And then you have all of these. It actually goes under here. See, under this chart of hit and run, bunt, sacrifice, and then injury. And that was the injury charts I showed you just a minute ago. The bunts, you can sacrifice. You can also squeeze. I did a squeeze play the other day. I did that. Bunt for a hit. That's also another one you can do. And hit and run. Do all those things. Okay. And let's say you're number 4 bunter. Okay. 5's the best. And you roll a number, then you look at the coincide number 11 to 66. Cool. Cool. I got History Maker baseball. I think I'm going to do maybe a History Maker game later on. I may do a World Series Red Sox 75 against 75 Reds. Or I may do the 55 Yankees against the 55 Dodgers. But I'm telling you right now, those 55 Yankees are tough, and I'm not even sure that would even be a fair matchup. I played a game yesterday, part of it today. It was just not very, very cool. Sox at Reds, you rather do that? All right, we can do that. I'll roll it. I'll flip it, flip a coin, and see which team gets home field. I can do that. We'll either play at Fenway or at Old Riverfront. All right. And like I say, there's the instructions. Um, Definitely before you buy it, before you go print it, folks, look it over. Figure out if this is what you want. Okay. It's not a hard game to play at all. You got to play it a few times, I think, to really, really get into the groove of it. But it's national pastime, next generation with a plus, the plus sign on it. Okay. And it will, it's free PDF, and you can, I will tell you now, if somebody played 2, 3 innings last year for them, what other info do you need for this? I saw you using field values and some pitcher codes. What for this? For this? Are you talking about for NPNG? I think it would be really hard to make cards NPNG. I think it would be. I think creating your own players would be a bitch. I really do. I think it'd be a pain in the ass. I think you're better off just to go to the website and get them made. History Maker, you can make your own. These right here, I was just kind of showing what. Didn't you write something on the cards? No, did not write anything on the cards. No, 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 no. I did not. I have not printed anything on them. Slow runner, P is a slow runner, N is a normal runner. I have the 98 season. Need to cut them out. Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot of cutout to it. But stealing is the only thing I don't know anything about. I don't know exactly how you steal. Um, I got SBI 21, SBI 22, SBI 24, 36, 0. So I've got to learn that myself. Okay. So that's something I'm going to have to pick up on and learn how to steal bases. Okay. But definitely, definitely, when you print these out, do not print them out on regular paper. Put them on 110. Put them on 110. You need it. You need that toughness. Um, I even package mine away in a bag when I'm done with them. I don't rubber band anything. I don't rubber band any of them. Laminating my two-sided. Oh, okay. Nothing wrong with that. Very cool. I just keep it. I have room on my desk. I'm good. I'm used to it now. I could do it. I could hole punch it. I could hole punch it here two times and flip it, but I would need to laminate it the top part anyway if I was going to do that. Probably more pain in the ass than it's worth. So if they ever do give me a problem, I have to print the rules out again. I will get them laminated. I'll do something. Yeah, but this is the way I keep my teams. Each individual team. A little costly, yes, but they're not going to get messed up that way. Okay, and then find yourself one of the gallon bags. Find a gallon bag. This is all my National League right here. And as much as it looks like they're getting crimped up and all, they're not. They're not. They're all fine. They're in great shape there. So That's the way I handle them. That's the way I keep up with them. That's the way I roll with them. Folks, we're coming not maybe to the conclusion of the off season for red, white, and blue racing, but we're getting to the point now. We need to know if you want to have a car. If you want a car, you need to let us know. I am Sporticus rather. I'm in the process of getting your car ready. Um, I may even run one more practice race, but then I've got to get all the updated cars from season one. So I'll do that. The storage in there just great. And then my score, like I say, my scoreboards, they're messy. I know they are, but starters, and then all my pitchers down there as I go, whatever. And then they come in, how much they're worth, hits and runs, right there. So I keep score right there. That's the way I do there. First two games with the Royals, both have went extra innings, which is crazy. So I'm through 90 games right now, through 90, and on my way. So we'll see what happens. 91 is upcoming, and looking forward to it. I really am looking forward to it. A lot of baseball today. Let's see, Angels at Baltimore, Seattle at Boston. I'll put my damn glasses on. That's why I got them, right? White Sox at Toronto, Miami at Mets, Yankees at Tampa, Detroit at Minnesota, Texas at Houston, Philadelphia at Kansas City, Pittsburgh at St. Louis, San Diego at Colorado, Cincinnati at San Francisco, Cleveland at Oakland, Atlanta at Arizona, Washington at LA Dodgers. So I guess there's no ESPN game tonight. Doesn't look like it. Everything's day games. 4:10 is it. So that's pretty cool. So after today, they're about 140. Most teams have got 41, 42, 38 to 41 games done. So it's 1/3 of the season's done. I mean, 1/4 of the season is done, which is crazy, you know. But we still got all of May, all of June, all of July, all of August, and all of September. 4.5 months. So it's a lot more baseball to come. So if your team's not playing the best right now, don't worry. Especially if they go out here and make a move. I've been hearing some whispers. I don't know if it's true, but I've been hearing some whispers that Philadelphia is going after Craig Kimbrell. So we'll see. We'll see. Makes all the sense in the world, especially with David Robertson feeling, he's been not feeling the best lately, and not, he's been on the injured. I don't know if he's on the injured list, but he's hurt, and their bullpen is really, really not. That's their weak point, and to find somebody that can go in and at the end of the game, or 4 or 5 batters at the end of the game, and just shut teams down, and he was a proven National League East guy anyway when he was with Atlanta. He could shut down the Mets. He could shut down the Nationals, and he was able to shut down the Phillies 90% of the time. And he did the job last year in the World Series. So, yeah, I think there's a good chance they're going to get him. Keuchel, I still don't know where he's going. Keuchel, it's a number of places I'm hearing his name. They're still bandying about in Milwaukee, but nothing's been done yet. Milwaukee has been up close to the top all year long with their staff, so maybe they're thinking we're okay, but I don't think you can ever have enough starting pitching. That's always been my thinking. You have good starting pitching, you have a chance to win. I mean, you always want offense, but if you've got good starting pitching, you always have a chance to win. Look at the Rays. Look at the Rays. A score sheet for the replay may make it into a binder book. Actual game scores. Don't that? Oh, and nothing wrong with that. I'm telling you, I'm gonna get a little more elaborate with my stuff before it's over with. I've got everything right there on the bookshelf right now, bookcase. But I'm gonna have score sheets that's gonna, I'm gonna be able to put them in probably in a tablet of some sort and keep up with the whole season. I want to do that. It should be interesting. Should be very, very interesting. Um, I may do game. I haven't decided whether I'm gonna do game 91 against the Royals today or play a history maker game. History maker, I'm not the best at it yet. I'm still a little slow at it. So, a lot of people don't want to watch something if you're learning yourself, you know. So, um, finish the series off. I hadn't even started. I hadn't even started the World Series yet. I just played a practice game with the Yankees and Dodgers, 55 Yankees and Dodgers. But this right here is nine. This is a whole 162. Game three of the yeah, game three of the Royals. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, I can do that. I can do that. Yeah. I don't even know who's pitching, but I do know this. The Royals bullpen sucks. They are really bad because their starters have went way, way deep into the game, and then most time they're right there within a run or two, and then their bullpen just after an inning or two, they just cave in. Red Sox bullpen's really good with Workman, Pointer, uh, Smith, Carson Smith. He's big on the team. Uh, obviously Kimbrel. They've got a lot of guys that can throw the ball, and Hembry. So if their starter goes 5 innings, they're fine. Driving in the rain. Oh wow, you're in the rain right now. Oh yeah. One final thing. One final thing. I'm thinking about getting a YouTube league going. History Maker Baseball. Okay. There's two criteria. They cannot be a current player. You can't base it. I'll base the card off a retired player only. Number two, they cannot be in the Hall of Fame or be up for induction to the Hall of Fame. They cannot be a Hall of Fame player. Okay? We're not going to have, Wade Boggs and George Brett and Nolan Ryan. No. We're gonna have Johnny Average ball players. Yeah. Johnny Average. Everybody's gonna have if they're eligible for induction to the Hall of Fame, they're not. Yeah, I mean, when I say that, if they've been getting 30 and 35% of the vote or 50% of the vote, no. No, no, no. They cannot be somebody that's on the ballot every year. There's got to be somebody if you want to find something, but we're going to play it. I'll probably be playing it with DH rules. And if you want a pitcher now, okay, I'm going to base it off career. So don't base it off of, Terry Mulholland's 1993 season if he went 22-6. No, we're going to base it off a career. So what I'm going to do, if he played 15 years and he hit 300 home runs, I'm going to split it, divide it by 10, and base it off 30 home runs. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to split everything up. Career average will be career average. We don't have to worry about that. And then strikeouts, however many times they strike out, we're going to split it up for a season. Oh, I'll try to make it full seasons. Okay, if they play partial seasons and stuff like that, I will take 162 games into account and try to make it every 1,600 games, 10 years. Okay, something like that. Is Eli Moreno, Eli Morero, Eli Morero? Who the hell is Eli Morero? Eli Morero. Who the hell did he play for? I don't think he is. Eli Morero. He ain't in the Hall of Fame. I don't think so. No. So put it down below, okay? Not just right here in live chat. Put it down below the player you would like, okay? Yeah. Just put the name of the player and the team he played for. If you've got two or three uh, teams he played for, that's fine because I'm not going to base it on one season. I'm going to base it on a career. So if he played for 5 years and one year he batted 330, but the other 4 years he batted 220, he's not going to be a 300 hitter. I'm promising you that. If he stole 40 bases one year, in the other 5 years he stole three, he's not going to be a guy that's going to steal a lot of bases for you. So we're going to base it on that. Eras, I'll have to look everything up. I will do that. But I want, and then I may uh, try to. I may have a little draft. I don't know how I'll do it. Okay, I may do blind draw. I'll probably just do it that way. Blind draw. Choo choo, choo choo, choo choo, choo choo. Okay, then we will play our series, whether we play a 7 game or 9 game series. We'll play one on an East Coast field, one on a West Coast field. Okay. And it'll all be based in October. So I may draw, it could be Memorial Stadium in Baltimore. It could be wherever. It could be a dome stadium. Okay. I may play every game in a different stadium, but I'll play 2 in the National League Park, 3 in an American League Park. Oh, one way or the other. Okay. One way or the other. But I'm going to do a 2-3-2, I think is the way I'm going to do it. Okay. Uh, yeah, yeah. Brady Anderson hit 50 home runs when he was juicing up. After that, what the hell did he do? Right. There was so many players one time. Look at Wade Boggs. He hit 26 home runs in 87, 88. He was not a 26 home run hitter. I mean, he hit 12, 14, 15 every year. He not 26. Okay. Yeah. Brady Anderson. Yeah, exactly. Barry Bonds hit 72 or whatever the hell he did. He did that after he ballooned up. His head got to be about that damn big in a couple of ways, you know. Red Sox are on now, so that's an awesome thing to see. Uh, so yeah, yeah. And you've had pitchers that had once in a lifetime deals. Uh, Doyle Alexander or somebody like that, you know, win 20, 19, 20 games and lose 5 or something. All right. Yeah, that's a whirl in the dark because next year he probably went 10 and 12 or something. So we'll base it on career stats. So nobody's going to come out there and every time they come up to bat, bomb, 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 home run. Or we're not going to have a pitcher that's going to go strikeout, 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 strikeout. We're going to have to use the bullpen. Yeah. So if you're a starter, you may not go past 3 or 4 innings. We may almost do it like, but I'm hoping to have at least 5 starters or 4 starters anyway. Okay, 4 starting pitchers. So on each team, 4 would be good. I'd probably do that way. Uh, But I could do, you can do three. You could use three. Three would be okay, and then have a lot of bullpen help. That'll be cool. So I'm going to start that up. You guys look up your players. Look up some players on. Uh, I know somebody from the other YouTube league played Dwight Evans or something. Dwight Evans was a hell of a ball player. So I mean, there are guys out there that hit 300. There are guys out there that hit 25, 30 home runs a year that are not in the Hall of Fame. Uh, due to whatever fact, due to whatever reason, whether they didn't play a long time or something. I would prefer it not be a player that only played 2 or 3 years. I'd prefer them, you know, well, I want to play Thomas Johnson. He played for the Tigers from 92 to the end of 94. Give us somebody we've heard of, preferably. Okay. Now, I'd never heard of Eli Marrero, but, yeah, Dan Quisenberry. Yeah, you know, and I'll have to kind of work it in but I'm not going to have somebody have 9 traits and all of them have stars beside of it. I'm not going to do that. Nobody's going to be dominant. And I think I think it'll make for a good game. Okay. Uh, the other series was great. It was a lot of great pitching in it. There's no doubt. And then when the pitching broke down, it all hell broke loose with all the good hitters. But I'm thinking maybe this could be fun. I don't know. We'll see. You know. Uh, so I'm hoping you guys. I'm hoping a bunch of people want to do it. Um, if it's too much, then I may just try to just get a season of players and just have an all-star game of not so great players, and let everybody pick up, if I get to 2014 season, let's say, of History Maker Baseball, I may just have everybody pick a player from that, and then I may be able to make cards or whatever and do everything but cover the names up. I will do something. Well, I'll try to do something anyway. I'm interested now in the History Maker. It looks like it's gonna be right. A no star game, no superstar game. Anyway, it may be stars, but not a superstar. I think it'll be good. I think it'll be fun. We'll see. I mean, I would prefer it not be. Jeez, 1-0 already, Seattle. Oh my goodness, guys, it's second. I might have to get over and support my team in a minute. But yeah, I think it's going to be fun. I really do. I think it'll be a fun time. Um, anybody that knows anybody that wants to join a racing league, you do need to get back in touch with me. Leave a message down here. Give me a name. Give me somebody, or leave me your traits and quality. And I do want a number, the color of your car, and the name you want put on your card. I have to know all that. If you don't know nothing about the traits and all, go back, watch one of my past videos. It'll show you everything. Do not forget Bleacher Bums Gameman, Anthony Crooks. He is his game tomorrow. Glory Days Boxing starts. He's gonna start selling it tomorrow. No pre-orders were taken, okay? And I'm going to tell you right now, if you're probably not if you don't have an order probably by 4 or 5 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, you may not get it for a week. You may not. I don't know. I don't know what Anthony's situation is. I do know about it. Yeah, get the game. You won't regret it. I do know that he has a limited amount. Oh yeah, Fred Lynn is a good player. Yeah, he is a great player. He was a great player. Yeah, there's so many good players though. Dave Concepcion, is he a Hall of Famer? I don't believe he is. I don't believe he is. He may be, but there's players out there that are off of the Hall of Fame ballot now, and then probably won't ever get put back on. his Glory Days boxing is they start the sale of it tomorrow. $24 plus shipping. So that means $24 and however much it costs to get to your house. Who are you based after? Are you based after Fred Lynn? Uh, so if you're on the East Coast, I don't know about international orders. That's something Alan may know about. He may be able to put it up if international orders are acceptable. I do not know. Um, but I do know if you're on the East Coast of the United States, continental USA, it's going to cost a little bit more to get it than it will on the West Coast because they're bringing it, shipping it out either from New Mexico, Arizona, or Nevada or California, somewhere in that area. So they're shipping it. I know Bleacher Bums is out in Arizona somewhere. So if you're going to get it, you know, and trust me on this one, he is a stickler for detail. He has found items, and Alan did beta testing on it. Now I'm going to be doing the beta testing on the wrestling game for 2020. So I'm very much looking forward to this boxing game because I want to kind of see what we're looking at a year down the road, or 9-10 months down the road. I think it's going to be a very good game. Alan has given it the thumbs up. From everything I've seen, I like it. I like the game. I think it looks like it plays smooth. I'm looking forward to the middleweights. Oh, your race car. Yeah, your race car can stay the same. Yes, yes, yes. Your race car stays the same unless you won races. If you won races, you get to bump up some stuff. But your race car will stay the same if you didn't win a race. Yep. Did you win a race? If you won a race, you'll be better. Oh yeah. Um, yeah, you had the greenish color car. Um, so yeah, I've been talking back and forth about red, white, and blue racing to my live chat, but definitely order that tomorrow if you get the opportunity. Okay, folks, $24 plus shipping. Get in touch with Bleacher Bums Gaming. Find his YouTube channel. Let it just say, look, I want more information about what I have to do to get the game. I don't know if he's taking PayPal. I don't personal check, money, or I don't know how exactly he's going to accept the funds. Oh yeah, I love Hagler. Hagler was always my favorite. And then you've anytime you talk about Hagler, you gotta put Hearns in there too. Hearns was always a beast. He just couldn't take. Yeah, he couldn't take a punch. Real. I mean, he could take a beating, ass whipping pretty good, but you know, after a while, it got to him. It caught up with him after a while. So yeah, Kronk boxing. That's right. So get in touch with Anthony tomorrow, or get in touch with me if you have to. I will lead you that way. I will find him myself. Um, I'll be looking for him myself, but I know roughly how many he's starting with, okay? And it's not triple digits. It's not 100, 150, or 200 of them. He's not starting with that many. He's starting with a very, very low count so he can get them out the door. And I'm sure he'll be able to get some more in days, not weeks. Okay. But because I asked him if he was going to get a lot of them, but I don't think so. Um, I said not 100. It may be as many as 100. It may be that many, but I think he'll get that many out the door tomorrow. I really do. He's been announcing it for a while that he was getting this game. Uh, And the thing of it is, the best thing about it is, uh, he uh, he told us a date. He told us a firm date of May. Okay. Oh, Duran was awesome. He told us a firm date of May, and right here in the middle of May, he's getting it out the door. He didn't keep us dangling and hanging, and that's big time. Um, I I watched the video of when he was showing his cards off, and he found a mistake right in the video. He was like, "Oh damn!" And he immediately said, "I only got 10 copies," so you know he was happy about that. So big props to Anthony on that one. He's done all his proofreading. Okay, a lot of people find outside sources, outside people to do their proofreading, which I don't fault them for it. It's a lot of work. Anthony did his own proofreading. His wife may have helped him. I don't know, but I know he did a lot of it his own self. So support him. Support his channel. If you're not a boxing fan, I'm not telling you to buy the game, but at least watch his channel. Give it a chance and watch some past bouts. He's already had some bouts with Glory Days Boxing. He did one for me called the Tomato Can Championship. And it was just two scrubby boxers, but it ended up being a pretty good fight. It really was a pretty good fight. So I'm looking forward. He's so well versed. He's learned in the sport. He actually was a fighter, and English as she is a English language detective. Oh, okay. Wow. Okay. So she did some proofreading too for it. I know he found 3 or 4 mistakes in the last couple weeks, which I'm sure you're going to have it sometime or another. But being with cards, this is not a card driven game. It's a dice driven game. So you don't have to have them stacked, so it won't be where they're wobbly and all. If something were to happen with one of the cards, that's a good thing. It's kind of a good thing. It's not a FAC fast action card game. Now he may make it into a fast action card game, but I think he's seeing that a lot of people like the dice driven stuff. A lot of people like computer driven stuff, but I think right now he's not going with the computer type stuff. I'm not a computer person on that. I don't mind computer games, but as far as my sports, baseball, hockey, wrestling, all that, I would rather have it right here in front of me like that. Now, if I'm playing a video game or something, a game system or something, um, I like card and dice too. Yes, I do. Now, I don't mind fast action cards. I've played Title Bout 2, Title Bout 1 from Trunzo, Jim Trunzo. Um, Good games. Good games. Those fast action cards are good. I've also saw another boxing game on here. I will say more about that in an upcoming week or two. Okay, but right now I really really want to push Anthony's game. Okay, and look, if you've already got title bout boxing, you got room for this one. It's just not going to take a lot of space. He showed us the size of it, box and everything. It's not a huge game, and it's not a lot of stuff that's going to be filling your table up. It's not a clutter game. Okay, so it's pretty effective. Obviously, you're going to have 100 cards, but you can pick and choose whoever you want to box. It's only going to be 2 at a time. So it's not like like a wrestling match or whatever where you've got 50 of them sometimes setting out, and you got to figure out who's going to fight and wrestle and stuff that day and night. That always makes things a little more cluttered. That's what I call it. And that's why maybe I don't do wrestling as much as I would maybe like to, because my table gets so cluttered when I do wrestling. But uh, I'm going to go back. I'm going to definitely try to get some more wrestling going now. that this AEW is starting to pick up steam. Also, want to shout out to the wrestler that lost his life yesterday in the middle of the ring, Silver King. Uh, he passed out in the middle of a match over in the UK yesterday, and he passed away at the age of 52 years old. Yeah, over in London, and so he he passed away, age 52, Silver King. He'd been known as some other wrestlers, but in WCW he was known as Silver King. Alan just put on my live chat right here, single sheet, which has the pitch count, a punch count. I'm sorry, excuse me, punch count. I'm so used to baseball. Timing, judges' ranges, events, then a score sheet, and off you go. That's it. And you got your dice. Get your dice. Uh, is it 4 dice? 5 dice, something like that. Maybe only 3 dice, but there are some dice involved. But hey, I know Anthony took care of that, and that was the dice made it go to like $24. He was originally looking at 20 or 21, but I guess he didn't want crappy dice, and I don't want crap. 5 dice, 2 6-sided, 2 10-sided, 1 20-sided. See, I'm so limited in my games here. I have no 10-sided or no 20-sided dice, so that'd be nice to have too. But yeah, I'm gonna get a history maker game going this week sometime, and Kansas City versus Boston at Kansas City, game 91, probably sometime this evening. I'll probably do it. All right, until I see you again, I don't have a hat to take off. You folks have a great rest of your Sunday. Stay dry, stay safe, and until I see you again, God bless, and happy Mother's Day, folks. Happy Mother's Day. Bye bye.